Today we're going to take a look at systems of equations and inequalities and word problems that are associated with them. So kind of putting the math into context. So I'll give you a minute here to read the scenario. So what you can do in cases like this, instead of trying to come up with an equation or an inequality, you can just see which choices fit your scenario. So here they want at least 25 hours of classes. So at least means 25 or more. So if he does 3 yoga classes that are an hour and a half long each, that means that we're going to be at 4.5 hours. And then 19 circuit training classes, which are an hour. So if we add the 19 and the 4.5, we're not at 25 hours. So that choice is out. We don't even have to worry about the money. Here are 10 yoga classes that are an hour and a half long. That's going to be 15 hours of classes plus 12 hours of circuit training, since they're an hour each. That will meet our 25-hour criteria. So that's one of our remaining choices. And then here you can kind of see this is going to meet the criteria without even adding it up, because you have those 20 yoga classes, which is more than you had here with the same number of circuit training. And then here, this is obviously going to meet it because 25 hours of classes, but these are an hour and a half each. So we really could only eliminate the first choice based on time. So then as far as the amount of money goes, here it's $35 per class. So your total number of classes here is 22. And then it's times the 35 per class. And he doesn't want to spend more than $1,000 per week. So we need to be less than that $1,000. So here, if we take the 22 times 35, that gives us $770. So that meets the criteria. And we can just double check the rest of them here. This is going to be 32 classes if we add them together, times the $35 per class, which is going to be $1,120. So that's going to exceed that amount. And then this here is going to be 31 classes, which is going to exceed the amount as well. So it has to be that second choice. Here's another one. And it tells us that they can have up to 24 units. So that's going to be 24 or less when we're looking at cell phones and accessories combined. So if we look at A plus C, that result has to be less than or equal to 24. So this one here has A plus C being more than or equal to 24. Here again, A plus C is more than or equal to 24. Here it's a less than, and here it's a less than. So we're down to those last two answer choices. And then here it says each box has to have at least as many cell phones as accessories. So at least as many means that the cell phones have to be the same or more than the accessories. So cell phones being the same or more than accessories is going to be this choice here. Okay, so here we can figure out what's going on. It says one adult brought 4 children. So here's our one adult, 4 kids. That one adult's ticket was $4. And then the 4 children were $2 each. So that one person had 4 plus 8, or $12 worth of those ticket sales. And then it said the remaining adults brought 2 children each. So we've got $4 times some number of adults. So I'll say 4A plus they brought 2 children each. So the tickets for the kids were $2 times 2 children per adult. So we've got another adult here. So if we combine this, we've got 4 adults plus, or $4 per adult plus another $4 times that same number of adults. 8 times A has to be equal to the remaining amount of money. So it was $60 total minus the $12 for that first adult. So that's going to put us at $48. and we can divide by 8, and that's going to give us 6 here. Remember, it was 6 adults plus that initial adult, so it was going to be 7 adults, and then a total of 16 children. So here are your assignments for today, the linear inequalities word problems and linear equations word problems. Just make sure you're picking the ones that say systems, because we already did the ones that was just linear equations and inequalities.